welcome to another edition of my Moving Chronicles sub-series, if you will, on this channel. Yes, I am in the middle of a move from California to Texas, so I'm currently cleaning out a lot of my storage and been finding a lot of fun stuff that I never got around to reviewing initially. So today we are looking at a theater-exclusive Bandai movie monster series that came all the way from Sapporo, Japan. Yes, this is Gamera 2 Snow Edition. I think that's what it's called. Either way, a pretty cool figure. So for those of you not in the know, you might be asking, why is Gamera this translucent white and why is he all sparkly? So in Japan, a lot of the movie theaters out there, especially the Toho cinemas, have small stores inside the movie theater, unlike out here where we don't do that kind of thing. And part of that means merchandise and a lot of theater exclusive merchandise, which would mean programs, books, and a lot of times figures. So with I think it was like the second Toho cinemas opening up in Sapporo, Japan, they wanted to celebrate, and in doing so, they were showing a 4K edition of Gamera 2. Arguably, depending on who you talk to, my buddy Lenny might tell you 2 is the best. Other people might tell you 3 is the best, but honestly, there is no such thing as a bad Heisei's Gamera film. So they showed Gamera 2 in 4K. And as part of the celebration, Bandai had this Movie Monster Series Edition Gamera 2, which they had just released via regular stores in its basic color as part of a movie theater edition. Now, the difference is, unlike a lot of movie theater exclusive merch, you can just kind of go into any cinema in Japan and pick these things up. Not this one. This one was exclusive to this particular theater in Sapporo. So Sapporo being way north, it's like the northernmost major city in Japan. It gets very cold there. And if you watched Gamera 2, well, a good chunk of the action in the first half of the film takes place in Sapporo. There we go. This guy. So what is with the color? Well, that is still perplexing to me to this day. I've asked my friends, including my good buddy Kazuki, who managed to secure this for me. Once again, a shout out to Kazuki. The Japanese people just like these colors. They like the translucent kind of look to this, the shiny glitteriness of it. It's never been my particular bag. I have friends out here who absolutely love these colorways. I know colorways are a big thing with collectors, and to each their own. I do have some various colorway things that have an interesting paint job or something that just pop, but to me the translucent guys were never quite my thing. So beyond that, this is a standard Movie Monster Series Gamera. This is the new reissue or actually not even a reissue, it is a completely new mold, different from Bandai's original Gamera 2, and I arguably say a better mold. The original figure was kind of janky. I got a picture right here for you, and he was in a very weird squatty position. This one is much more screen accurate to the suit in the film. So as you can see, there is some additional coloring. They gave him like this nice silver streak on the back to really match, and he has his eyes and tusks painted fairly well, so he does pop. Now, a lot of these other figures do tend to have just pure straight coloring. Bandai has gotten a little better with adding some additional touches, as you can see, with the nails and the shell. So they're not just clear plastic with glitter infused into them. But beyond that, I have not picked up really any of these newer Movie Monster Series Gameras. So this is the first one of my collection, if you will. So again, I want to give a big shout out to Kazuki because he pulled some strings so that I was able to get this. And he sent this to me a while back. We're pushing a year at this point of this figure. So big shout out to him. So he does have a tag, which features the poster art of this amazing movie. And inside, there you go. And then this is the front of the tag. Full version. There you go. Yep. Zoom in. There we go. So, that is it. Now, again, depending on your taste and like, if this is up your alley, more power to you. For me, it is cool. It is one of the better theater exclusive variants that I've got my hands on, but to be fair, I kind of take whatever I can with Gamera because there's nearly not as much merchandise of Gamera as there are Godzilla, and man, I love me those Gamera films. If you've never watched them, they are up on Amazon. Please stop this video, go sit down and watch the entire trilogy in one sitting. They are the Dark Knight trilogy of giant monster movies, and I will die on that hill. So there you go. Now, if you want to get one of these guys, the only way you can get them is through third-party sellers. I believe they're completely sold out. So I have seen quite a few online that they're reasonably priced. I mean, I think this one was already upwards of like 4,000 yen. So a little over 40 bucks Japanese, maybe a little higher. I think on average he's going about 60 bucks now. So it's not a bank breaker. And if you do like having very unique pieces in your collection, well, you can't get any more unique than having a figure that was exclusive to one movie theater and then in an entire country. So there you go. That's Snowy Gamera. All right, well, that will wrap up my review of this theater exclusive Movie Monster Series Gamera 2 figure. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to download, well, we're on all of your favorite podcast streamers, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. We're also on social media. We're on X. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. It's right there. You can find us right there. If you want to chat with us, comment, or keep up with all the late breaking news in the world of kaiju, that is the place to do it. And on that note, that will wrap it up for this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.